You think your biggest enemy is pornography. It isn't. Pornography is just today's Goliath. The real battle starts long before the website ever opens. It starts with something almost nobody notices. The armor you're wearing. Not physical armor. Someone else's identity. Someone else's expectations. Someone else's definition of what makes a man. And until you take that armor off, you'll keep losing battles. God never intended you to fight that way. Saul's armor wasn't evil. It simply wasn't David's. Today, young men wear armor every day. Not made of bronze, made from comparison. You open Instagram. A fitness influencer tells you, this is what a real man looks like. You open TikTok. Another voice says, if you're not rich by 20, you've already failed. You watch YouTube. Someone says, you need 6 businesses, a Lamborghini, and millions before you're 25. Porn tells you, women exist for your pleasure. Friends tell you, everyone watches it. Culture tells you, follow your feelings. None of that is God's voice. It's Saul's armor. Everyone handing you an identity that doesn't belong to you. Most people think pornography starts with lust. Often, it doesn't. It starts with emptiness, loneliness, stress, rejection, anxiety, fear about the future. You aren't looking for pornography. You're looking for comfort. Pornography simply promises comfort without relationship. That's why so many young men keep returning. They're treating a wound with poison. It numbs the pain for a moment, then leaves them emptier than before. David didn't become brave in front of Goliath. He became faithful in the fields. Nobody saw him. No audience. No followers. No likes. Just sheep and God. Meanwhile, many teenagers today build their entire lives around being seen. David built his around knowing God even when nobody was watching. Private faith prepared him for public battles. Private compromise prepares us for public failure. Your Goliath may not be 9 feet tall. It may be pornography, depression, anxiety, the fear of never succeeding, social media comparison, the feeling you'll never be enough, temptation every night when you're alone. The battlefield isn't a valley anymore. It's your bedroom, your phone, your laptop, your thoughts after midnight. That's where the battles are won or lost. Before David faced Goliath, his own brother discouraged him. Today, that voice sounds different. You'll never change. Everyone watches porn. God is tired of forgiving you. You're too weak. You've already failed. Not every voice in your head is telling the truth. David didn't argue with Eliab. He turned away and kept moving toward God's purpose. Sometimes spiritual maturity means refusing to keep debating lies. Saul was bigger, stronger, more experienced, yet he froze. Fear doesn't disappear because you become stronger. Fear loses its grip when your confidence moves from yourself to God. Today's culture says, believe in yourself. David's life says, trust God more than you trust yourself. Those are very different foundations. Many people ask, if David trusted God, why bring 5 stones? Because biblical faith isn't passivity. Faith prepares. David trusted God and came ready. Applied today, if you're fighting pornography, don't just pray and keep your phone beside your bed at 2 a.m. Trust God and remove the temptation. Install accountability software. Move the phone out of your room. Confess to a trusted, mature Christian. Renew your mind with Scripture. Faith and wisdom work together. David refused Saul's sword. But after God gave the victory, he used Goliath's own sword to finish the battle. Sometimes God redeems what Satan intended to destroy you. Your greatest struggle can become your strongest testimony. The young man who once lived in secret addiction may one day help hundreds of others find freedom. God often turns old battlefields into future ministries. Pornography isn't your biggest enemy. Fear isn't. Anxiety isn't. Your biggest enemy is believing you can fight without God. David didn't win because he had perfect aim. He won because his confidence rested in the Lord. The same God who was with David is the God who calls you today. Ask yourself, whose armor am I wearing? Am I trying to become the person social media tells me to be? Or the person God created me to be? Because every young man will face a Goliath. The question isn't whether the giant is bigger than you. The question is whether your faith is bigger than your fear. David walked into that valley with a sling in his hand, but something far more important in his heart. He believed what everyone else had forgotten. The battle belongs to the Lord.